Shall we talk Oscars 2015? Lots of people are buzzing about the Oscars, from the winners to the acceptance speeches. We'll talk about all of it. Also some hashtags that were trending. But first, let's talk about the winners. Let's go over the list. So the big winner was Birdman. They won Best Picture, Best Director, also Best Original Screenplay. And then we also have Best Actor, Eddie Redmayne in The Theory of Everything. Did you guys feel like is that who you were rooting for?
I thought it was going to be Michael Keaton.
Me too.
Sure. I mean, he did such a great job. And that's the one thing that I do like about the Oscars is when it's an actual race. Like because they both won at different award shows. So you're like, actually, it could be anyone.
When I was watching the Oscars, it felt more like they shared the wealth than when everyone's saying Birdman's the big winner. Yeah, well, Birdman, they won the things that the film is really great at. Because that movie is cinematographically impossible, which required a great director, and then also had an awesome script. But that was executed on by a writer-director who wanted that singular shot feel.
Yeah.
Acting-wise, it's very difficult to play Stephen Hawking, the slow, dissolution of all of your physical capacities.
True.
So that was very challenging.
Yeah.
And then still Alice.
Oh, yes, Julianne Moore, who I think that's who you were rooting for. That's who you thought would win, didn't you?
Yeah, for sure.
And then also Best Supporting Actor, J.K. Simmons in Whiplash.
Yeah.
And then he beat out Robert Duvall, Ethan Hawke, Edward Norton, and Mark Ruffalo. Oh my God, that's a really good category. I felt like everybody delivered they all did, obviously, but this category especially, I felt like it could go to any one of them.
And then sharing the wealth again, this for Best Supporting Actor went to a movie that a lot of people hadn't seen, but a lot of people who had seen it really loved.
And then Best Supporting Actress went to Patricia Arquette in Boyhood.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So let's talk about the show in general. So Neil Patrick Harris is the host. I loved it. I felt like he made it relevant, but still it was very traditional and classic. I thought he did a great job as host.
I thought we can skip all the in-audience stuff.
Yeah.
I
don't
liked
need any of
it.
that.
Really?
I thought it was super awkward.
I thought
about an hour in, his face just went really dead. And he wasn't delivering it. It seemed like he didn't believe in any of the jokes. A lot of really awkward moments to me.
I don't know why. I enjoyed everything that he did. I enjoyed the musical number in the beginning. I enjoyed his jokes. I enjoyed him going and interacting with the audience members. I don't know. I thought he was great.
At the Oscars, everybody's so nervous and on edge, and they're themselves. They're not playing characters, so it's just so awkward to have the actors presenting and reading the teleprompter, and to have them go into the audience and talk to them. They're like, I don't know what to say right now. I'm so nervous.
What about Lady Gaga's performance?
So good.
So good. I felt like this was finally a comeback moment for her, because she's had some hiccups in the past year, but this was a performance where we really got to see her vocal ability. She was really toned down, dressed down. We're used to seeing the wild Lady Gaga. It was nice to see that other side, and she got a standing ovation.
Yeah. And what about Jack Black?
Oh my God, I loved Jack Black.
I loved
so
that.
good. Yes.
I was not expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that either. And then, of course, with Glory, with John Legend and Common, tears, right?
Yeah.
Tears. So overall, do you think that this was a great Oscars in comparison to other years?
In comparison to other years, I don't think it was a great Oscars.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was just pretty, never have films that have won so many awards been seen by so few. No one saw these movies. A
lot of people did not.
It was not a very big year for movies, and I think it was a lot of very tiny films. And I think really when we look back on this era of the Oscars, this is like the Latin American Renaissance. This is that era. Iñárritu and then Cuarón, the same cinematographer, won both years. This is a time when that style of cinema, that magical realism almost, that has been infused into cinema, and this is that era for that.
Yeah, interesting.